Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. This is Steve coming back with another video for your enjoyment. This series is going to basically be kind of capitalize on what we've been talking about already in the machine language project and show you how we're going forward with this. And also to kind of give you some other things that's coming this way to try to make the project a little bit easier to understand, which I'll go over that here in just a minute. I've created a Facebook page for that. And also bringing together some people that I'd met, and I talked with one guy. He was from, I think he was Germany or something, or anyways, to bring these people, or from the United Kingdom, bring these people together and have them try to find a time when we can all meet together. This is another thing I'd like to talk about. So probably I figured the best way to communicate this was through a video. So the people who joined me last week, from Bo, Todd, and Darren, anybody else who may have been observing on, in the chat or whatever in YouTube, let me know if Friday night at 10 is a good time to meet, because I've had a few other people suggest Saturday morning. This is because there's a lot of majority of people, especially on my channel, that are overseas, and we want to try to bring everybody together. And some of the people that we'll be bringing together have some really good skill that we could really benefit from. So we've been talking to a few of them on YouTube. So anyways, let me get started here, and then we'll kind of go over now. Also show you some of the things I'm doing with the website and how we're going to try to bring this project together to break it down and make it easier, as somebody suggested, for other people to follow. So let's get started. Okay, so here's the Facebook page that I was just talking about. Real simple. I just went in and created, another account. If you guys want to know how to create another account without using the email address, you may or may not know this trick, but what I actually ended up doing is I registered it under my phone number, and it forced me to give my phone number up for the new account. So now if I get locked out of my other account, I can't use my phone number, but rather my email or whatever. But anyways, I did that just so I didn't have to create another email address. So here we go. Here's the Facebook account. It's real just simple. I just threw some stuff talking about the project and stuff like that, kind of a profile and advertisement at the website and stuff like that. So the whole idea of this Facebook page, as I've already mentioned, is to really help us communicate ideas across, especially when we're not even working on the project. Facebook is really great social media for that, because you can go in there at any time, even when your friends are not there, and instantly you can just go ahead and, start talking, or just creating a little, a little post or whatever. And at that time, then people can respond to your post later. So I think this is good, because we could use this to kind of catch people overseas that may not be able to join the project. And I don't know why I never suggested doing it before. I haven't seen that yet, but I think that that would be a great thing. But anyways, this is for communicating our ideals with the machine language project and just keeping in contact with people. So it's real simple there. So what I'll be doing is each week I'll post a video in here, and then when we're done, I'll try to go in here. We'll talk about what we talked about and kind of keep the ideas rolling from there. To kind of, keep in communication on top, what's the word? Keep on track with everybody else. Okay, now the other thing you've already probably know I've been working on is my website, and I always like to kind of promote it. I've made a lot of changes to it, and I'll show you the reason why I'm going here in just a minute. But this is just something new I created. I want you guys to test this out. I put this into Facebook. Let me know if you can see the scrolling window or not. This is just a kind of way to advertise what's going on the website, just for my own use, and try to build a business for myself, because this is still my dream to do this full time, because I still work a 40-hour week work while maintaining YouTube full time, maintaining the website full time, and doing my own marketing full time. This is a lot of work and a lot of pressure, so I really appreciate if you guys can help me out. But anyways, we'll get to the point here. So going down here, show you the new stuff, picture gallery I created here, and oh, I skipped it. It's actually up here. I'm sorry. So right here, every week I'll try to update this. Now I'm a little bit behind on this because of the website changes I've made. What I've done is, by somebody's suggestion, to break down the project, what I've created was a machine language project page here. And I did a lot of research on this last week, trying to explain, so first of all, some of the things we're doing, which is using CB and PRG Studio, and also using Sprite Pat, explaining a little bit about how that works and what we did with it. Explain a little bit about what a sprite is, how to go in and understand the sprite, and these are just some graphics. If you hold your mouse over, you can enlarge the pictures and stuff like that. And then a little bit about the Commodore 64. And keep in mind, this is for brand new people. I'm trying to get you guys all on page. If there's something in here you don't understand, go ahead and throw me a comment in, not the Facebook page, because that's going to be for the machine language project. We want to separate that. Just throw me a comment in YouTube so I can go ahead and maybe explain that in depth a little bit more, because I realize sometimes it's hard for me to really understand what I know and what you don't know. So it's like, I've studied this thing for over 20 years, so it's like second nature to me. It's like riding a bike or driving a car. But I really need to know how to stay on key, on base with everybody else. So I appreciate that very much. So anyways, continuing on here, I break down and explain, and I got this from the Machine Language Book for Beginners. This is where I'm breaking down a lot of these. Some of the words are unfortunately plagiarized, so that's because I didn't feel like rewriting every word. I mean, just some of the sentences are, but most of them I've reworded myself. And I don't really like to plagiarize, and I don't encourage it, but I don't want to sit there and try to break something down in my own words if it's not clear to you guys. So I really want to try to keep it consistent with what somebody else has already done. So if something's not clear in there, like I said, let me know. This explains the binary process, how a number is broken down, just like the book says. And I explained here about the bits. This will make more sense later as we go further in the project, which I'll come across another thought here I want to add that is going to be for the Google Hangouts, something that we're also doing with the video at this time. So this is also explaining how to count a number higher than 255 bytes. I thought the book did a great job of breaking it down and everything. And then what I did is I just threw in some game examples here to show you for this example, like what you can do with machine language. You can copy bytes to screen memory when you start getting good at it, and you can scroll the screens, and I just showed those for entertainment purposes. And then right here is a video of the Hangouts that occurred on 12/21. Yeah, it's down here below, and I kind of threw in some things in between here, pages as I'm updating the page, and just questions and stuff like that. And these, of course, are just links to my other pages and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to start working on page 2 tonight, page 3 or whatever. I don't know how many more pages we got to go. Imagine a lot. Like I said, I'm working a 40-hour week job. I'm working second shift, so this is a lot of pressure on me to really try to fix this, get this working, do my own promotion, and do a full-time YouTube, upload videos, edit them. It's a lot of work, guys. So anyways, I'm going to keep pushing forward because that's what I am. I'm driven to get anything, and we'll take a look at that. Now, before we go into the other thing about the Google Hangouts, I wanted to show you another cool thing is right after Google Hangouts almost was over last night. It may have gotten recorded or it may not have gotten recorded. I can't remember in the last 5 hour of the video, whatever it was. I ran into one of the guys I was mentioning earlier, and he's on my Facebook page here. Let me just show you his picture. Oh, he's down here, right here. Scott, if I say your name wrong, let me know. Bicho or something like that. Bicho. Anyways, he did this demo above here. He really doesn't have the code for it anymore. He wrote it, like he said, when he was much younger, but he's interested in trying to help us and assist us along the way. I'm going to play it here for a second. It's pretty loud, so I'm going to grab the volume here. I do that because right now it's 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, and I don't want to be waking up my neighbors. I live in an apartment, so I got to be respectful to everybody else. So anyways, here we go. Unpause it and just take a look at it. I may or may not have said before, I don't know, but it's really cool demo. Really nice guy, you gotta watch that. Cool music too, huh? Just gotta pause it for now. But yeah, really cool demo, and appreciate that very much, Scott, for checking us out and everything. And hopefully, like I said, I caught up with him. It was around, was it like 5 o'clock in the morning? So everybody else had gone away at that point, maybe 4 or 5, I don't remember. But I was glad I caught up with him, and he was almost running out the door, but he had enough time to share some of his insight to me, his experiences and stuff like that. And yeah, he showed me the demo, and he's interested in, kind of catching up with us when he can here. Obviously, being a family man, he's, pretty busy. So I wanted to show you that. So many other things here. Let me just get back to the YouTube. I should have pulled that up here real quick. Okay, so getting back to YouTube here, wanted to kind of mention this is the machine language project, the first video I put up. Amazing 304 views already, pretty cool. So this is another guy that responded, Peter Hewlett Brown, and I think he was talking about scrolling. He says, when he says we're wise to skip scrolling off the bat because it's kind of, evolved for beginners especially, and for us trying to move forward with the project. But anyways, what I wanted to show you this is he had a link down here, Google Drive right here. He said he finished up doing some framework for us, and he wants us to check it out. It's on his Google Drive MLP machine language project. And he said it should work with our C64 PMGR Studio, which this is the actual program code that we worked on last week. It's just basically putting a sprite on the screen. So I'm interested to check out his stuff. I clicked on the link and it brought me here. Not really familiar with Google Drive or whatever, but I probably just need to go up here and download it. Yeah, right there, download it. But anyways, I'll check that out. Of course, in between trying to get, this project page going on and just maintaining everything else in my life at this moment, including, running a mini business on the side here. So pretty exhausted, but I'm looking forward to, seeing his work and getting together with more people. I think the really great idea about this, setting up the foundation for this project was the promotion part. I've learned a lot about promotion in this series. For example, I think I promoted this like over, was it a month or 2 months ago? Help us build this and get this off the ground. So what I was talking about earlier with Google Hangouts is we were in there last night. We were doing a 5-hour, it was a 5-hour video, but what I learned and somebody suggested is kind of break this up into digestible parts for somebody to understand who's new. I didn't realize, like I said, I've got a lot of stuff in my head about the Commodore 64 and can go in and do anything I want, pretty much, except, for machine language, I'm kind of limited on and trying to move forward with that. But anyways, in BASIC, I can pretty much do anything I want at this point. So I want to slow down as much as I can and try to get you guys on a page at a time. So that's the whole idea behind the Facebook project. So if you come in there and you respond to it after the Hangout or during the Hangout, I'll check in the comment section and kind of see where everybody is on base and maybe stuff we need to back up on or whatever. I think it's better than trying to go into YouTube and read all the comments, because sometimes you don't really get the full picture in the comments. And plus, Facebook is a lot more personable, I think. So I think that would be a really great thing for us moving forward. And I'm looking forward to building this step by step for you guys. Remember, simulation, and the whole idea behind simulation is simple. We want to make this simple for people to go step by step to learn what it takes to start building, not mine, but your own work. So I want you guys to be able to build upon this, leave from here, go into, whether you're going to use CBM, PRG Studio, or whatever assembler you decide to use, Kick Assembler, as an example, and build your own code. Write your own mini little games. That's my passion to you guys. I would love to be able to see you guys go in there and be able to say, hey, I got a sprite running on the screen, and let me add a video to your channel and show you this cool little sprite guy I have him running on the screen. And hey, look at this. I've got this level going on. I've got this idea for a game or whatever. I want to get you guys on the same page, so step by step you can do this. So if you watch the video, there's a lot in the video, but it took a while for us to really get going, to really show you where the sprite was. And that's the whole idea behind not just the Facebook project, but also my website and the Google Hangouts page, to really break it down for you guys as much as I can and really show you what we're doing step by step. Now, in addition to that, to keep up with the more people that like to move ahead and want to learn more, be challenged, the Google Hangouts will still go further. I mean, you're always going to see like a 5-hour video, and that's because what I decided to do in the last part, once we get the project going, I'm going to try to keep it as organized as I can to make simple little steps. Like, I think this week what we're going to do is probably work on some animation and just getting the sprite moving around on the screen. So we'll practice that, whether it's, I think we'll probably roll out the joystick controller, because that might be another step. Again, that's me pushing too fast ahead. But we'll break it down like that, and then once we get that done, then those people who are there can still stay if they want to, but if not, they want to leave, however long it takes us to get that. And then after that, what I've noticed is we still like to push forward. We were all kind of playing with some videos on YouTube or whatever. But at that time, we can do our own testing. We can do our own trials and, our own experiments with machine language and see how much further we can push ourselves so that when we come to the harder stuff later, we'll be able to handle it, with ease, hopefully. So that's the whole idea behind this. So I hope you guys understand. I would love to find a way to bring so many people together and just say, let's build a game or let's do this every week. And people go away and they're not stuck. They're not sitting there look at their report card and say, hey, I got a D. I was in this whole class this whole time and I still didn't understand anything. No. I want you guys to get A's. I want you guys to get A's. This is a classroom environment. I'm going to look at it that way. I want you guys to succeed. Now, I'm not the best tutorial example for that, probably not the best guy to teach things, but I really care about you guys and I really want you to succeed. I really want to see you guys go away and make some really cool games or just really cool demos, whatever it is, and just say, hey, check this out. I learned from your example because you broke down concepts as simple as possible and had other people to assist, of course. I got a sprite on the screen. Hey, if you got something real simple on the screen, show it to me. I want to see it. Just evolve. Myself, I'm going to grow. Last night I was learning things. I didn't know about that, was that bank switching or whatever we were doing for relocating character sets. I saw it, but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't play with it enough. I was stuck on a lot of old ways and habits of doing things. But that's the whole idea behind this. So guys, I'm not going to make this video much longer. But like I said, I'll continue to work on that page so I can get back to that. And hit me up with questions. Remember, the Facebook page is for the Machine Language Project. And just for people having questions. If you can't join, also join into the Facebook and let me know you can't join into the chat. I'll be checking it. And I'll put that on my second screen so I can kind of watch it while we're in the project. So thanks for watching, guys. Yep, sorry about that. I'll do that again. Please like, favorite, subscribe to this channel. Your subscriptions really mean a lot to me in more ways than I can really tell you. And I'm not sitting there going to make any pressure on anybody, but your subscriptions can help me do this full time one day. Honestly, the more subscribers a YouTube channel has, the more they're going to earn from ads and stuff like that. One day, if I could do this full time, I could really push this forward for you guys. And also I need to definitely put up that Google Hangouts, and I'll be doing that tonight too. The link so that you guys can join this week. So thanks for watching so much.